Alright, time starts once we load the save file and we don't accidentally hit B button. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, we're off to a good start already. This run might be very strict, but I think we should beat the 4-hour time. So, obviously just skip all the cutscenes, no need to watch them, we know what happens. So just AoE these guys. It's just some set fights. We just want to AoE them down. And sadly, with the new bit of routing I've done, we have to play as Noah. Because if we play as the other characters, Noah will be using his talent art, so we want to stop that. Okay, that's the first bit done, but not the first split. So now we need to run all the way back home. Guys, we've had a big battle with the other colony, but they all left without us because we were too busy having a funeral. So we all have to walk back. You know, they just left without us, the rude sparking fools. Just another cutscene here. There's no way to skip these. Actually, you can't avoid the trigger, because it just tells you when you're on New Game how a treasure chest works, how the funerals work. But we already know that, and we're not going to do any. So we're still just running all the way back home. Just setting up a few little convenience things. Like having the objective tracker up. And the route. Now you want the objectives up because there'll be times when you can skip travel and you can just press plus to get right to where you need to go. But skip travel isn't open yet, so I'll just hide it again. And we made it back home. To Colony 9. So it's still in the very basic stage. There's not a whole lot of routing here. Just hop in the bath. Then we rest. So now we get our first little side quest that we have to do. It's not a hard one, it just introduces the Collectopedia and shops, neither of which we'll be using. So that's the shopping done. Just talk to Roland. Thank you, Alexis. So we gotta get 2 fist meats. Ah, damn it. Oh, that's a terrible time loss. Press A2 for quickly. That's done, so quest, turn in. So we just gotta talk to Roland again. And then the run kinda starts. It starts diverging from what you would do in New Game. On like your casual playthrough. It's also when we start ignoring the adventure path for the most part. So yeah, we can just jump down here. So we've got our new mission. It's to go find a big energy signal and blow it up. There's not really much to do but run through this field. When you're playing through first time casually, you'll probably want to go do all the side quests here. And go exploring. It's a pretty nice starting area. Anyway, we need to beat this game before the flame clock runs out, or else we'll all die. Just a few little forced fights here. We also have to kill a big rock dog thing up ahead. I like Miranda, I still hope nothing bad happens to him. You know, he's only like one mission away from retirement. I mean, from homecoming. Gotta get used to mashing X to basically get through single target fights. Okay, so now the operation started. And it turns out Agnes is also here looking for the big energy source thing. So we're almost to the point where we can start doing a bit of skipping. So those jumps were to avoid having to delay for the pain animation. Because otherwise that jump is just too far and you'll be stuck in whoever you're playing as going ah for a little 2 or 3 seconds. So you just jump on those rocks and you can skip that. coming up to the first skip. I mean, first split. First up is multi-target fight with the Agnes crew. Okay, that's them down. I forgot you need to leap forward a bit first. So, there goes Mr. Wild Ride. We're back for more, because cutscenes. So that also Miranda died in the 2 cutscenes. So now we have to go back to Colony 9. I've checked, there's no skip travel points on the way here that you could use to get there a bit faster. Like, I was thinking maybe if that unique monster, if you could, that unique monster that's in the way would be a good thing to just maybe kill to get there quicker, but it's not. Yeah, that 3 seconds was definitely accidentally drawing Lucky 7. Also, we are free of the flame clock now, but we still have to go fast because we only have like 2 years to live. And Mia only has 3 months. We have to be very quick. And again, hitting the water, no fall damage, no delay. Just gotta make sure you hit the swing part. This is another AoE fight. So that's that done. And now we're playing as the Agnes crew. We've all changed their outfits since we saw them in the cutscene. So one little guy pops up here. We can just let the party handle that. We'll be backflip over here. Whoop. And this again is another one where we jump into the cutscene trigger. So we've all decided we're on the run from all our colonies. So we're going to loot the transport we were sent to blow up for clothes that were already wearing. And this is the first unskippable cutscene, so I can take a drink. Right, so one thing I forgot to mention is we got told we need to head to Swordmark. Wait a minute, is the audio from the video capture not coming across? Because I'm looking on OBS and it doesn't look like it is. Shit, I don't think I can fix that in the middle of a run. Okay, that's going to be a problem. I'm not restarting. I mean, maybe I said I did get 3 seconds worse. If I mess up this next bit, I'll restart. And work out why it's broken. Okay, so I want to go this way. Yes, buffering audio mode. Ah, there we go! Finally! I've saved the run.
That Veronis must have been there for quite some time.
I really sort of technical this before I went live. Only the scruffiest of speedrunning.
Don't try to stop us.
Okay, so we need to turn on follow the leader, because we're going to just pick up the aggro of all of these little lobsters. That way we don't have to keep drawing and undrawing our weapon. So if we can all gather up. And there, that's them all dead. I think. No, there's 2 more. There, but that's it all done. And that saves you having to enter and exit combat a bunch. It's really the only time I think we'll be doing that.
Let's use this.
Rest of the time when we need to fight multiple things that are in combat, they won't spawn until we're done.
That smarts. That smarts. Ether's gushing out.
So harvest some ether. Because we have to, we can't just start it even if we already have enough. Because you have to get that little cutscene prompt. Okay, now a bit of a tricky jump here. Can do it again. One more go. There we go. That saves you having to run back through the cave. Not sure how much of a time save it is, but it's definitely faster.
I can confirm that they were damaged beyond repair.
Maybe if you'll get in the first and second go.
Let's install an ether cylinder in the power compartment and get the Veronis moving.
So we turned on this Veronis Hulk. Because the game is still introducing side quests to it. And this is basically a way to get quick materials and accessories. And again, fall into a cutscene trigger. I don't think you can die fall into a cutscene trigger. And that gives us a few 0 point coins that are useful. So back on. Oh no, we gotta rest first. Getting ahead of myself.
With some food.
Oh, this one's... this one might be cursed. Okay, now we can go.
Visitors!
Is that?
So we've got to kill 3 bird things. And then we can go to the next area.
Alright, let's try it out on these critters. Hey, this is still new to us. Don't rush in. I'll make this quick.
There we go. Get them all in one.
This Ouroboros
So in New Game, this would be the point where you can actually change the character classes how you want.
Sweet, let's poke around.
So the game did tell us that going left is faster. No, it says it's going right is faster. But we don't want to do it because it puts us in Agnes colony. But the thing is, it's lying. Going left is faster for where we want to go. Even if you can just run through the colony, which you can't. What I haven't checked is whether it'd be faster to go from the McConnell's finger. No, because then you'd miss some landmarks on the way that you want.
So much to see, huh? Ugh, I'm starting to sweat already.
Seriously?
Now we gotta go over the McConnell's... by the remains of the McConnell's hand here. Which you might remember from Xenoblade 1. And that tunnel you used to get into in and out of the hidden Makia village is still there.
Elf, eh?
And that's just a little skip because where the landmark puts you out is quite a bit forward from them. That landmark has a huge discovery radius. So it's faster to skip over to it once you have it.
It's sweltering.
Coming up on water.
What kind of place is this?
Now I did check, you can't get the landmark
You alright?
behind the snake.
Glimpse of hope. Guess
First you do have to fight the snake first because there's an invisible wall there.
Come on, it's just a little further to the oasis. Keep it together. Just let me dive in.
Okay, so now we've got another side quest for Riku and Manana. Namina. So they're learning, like... They're basically just learning, here's what they do in camp. Manana cooks, and Riku makes gems.
Must be thanks to Manana's cooking. I always knew it was something special. Riku saw the Aspar around here, right?
So we gotta fight the snake.
And obtain the materials.
This is not a time loss.
Push yourself. You can't fight with those injuries.
Because we can't actually beat that one yet, and the party will just drag it down before...
Fatal!
It's not a time loss, but it's also not a time save. It's just you don't have to do anything. It's RNG manipulation.
Our chain attacks more often.
When they land, they really land. Let's dish them out whenever
We will be doing a grand total of 3, maybe 4.
Gotta handle stuff like this ourselves. It's a tough break, but we'll just have to take things as they come.
So you don't have to actually do the gem tutorial again. Riku just concludes it for you. So with that distraction done, we can now continue on our way to the Great Sword. You can see it over there. It's right behind Uraya.
Dealing better with the heat.
I'm doing fine today, thanks. A far cry better than yesterday anyway.
We can just go more or less in a straight line.
This is new.
There's a few more little skippy things here. I mean, yeah, not skips. Just a few more cutscene triggers to get through. Game tells us how to change the time, but we're never going to use that.
Are we? Never seen this place
I bet
before.
you can hardly wait.
You don't even really have to use it in casual. Unless you want like pretty screenshots. So anyway, we're being attacked by Colony 7, I think? Colony 4. Because they're seeing us as big monsters, which is the same because we like Ethel. So we're just going to run past and try not to fight any of them.
Enemy reinforcements.
There's only one group we have to... No, 2. We have to kill.
New enemy. Be careful.
Group that spawns here. They won't despawn in time.
You're on fire, lad.
They won't despawn in time to go all the way out.
Okay.
These 3. Just one last left fight. There. One fight left here. Because now we have to go fight Ethel herself.
Here's a good spot to catch our breath.
And then Special Consul K. He's the consul in charge of Serial.
Here comes trouble.
And that'll be one of the last forced fights for quite a bit.
Topographical info updated. You won't get away!
That's K1. Then for special K2.
Eat this!
A special K down.
Where are we staying again? Someplace near the canteen, they said, but, where was that?
So we've got a few bits of things we need to do here. Because this introduces us to hero quests and heroes in general.
We've endured the fierce fighting at Colony 4. And learned that the consuls and Mobius are one and the same. Truths we took for granted continue to crumble at our feet. We have spent so long blindly
Just refilling my drink.
before us without question. But we are more curious now. Of our future selves. Of our purpose.
I'll do for now. It's important to stay hydrated. So anyway, right now we're in like Tyon's arc. Before we go do that, we've got to get that landmark. Before we do anything else. It's a surprise thing that's going to help us later.
People in Colony 4 are certainly quick to accept things.
So here we meet the two best characters, Borealis and Ethel. And I love them, they're great. And the game wants us to follow them, but we're not going to, we're just going to beat them to the location. Because we don't actually have to follow them. I love these two, they have a great dynamic. Honestly, all the characters are great. So first we have to find out bits of info. You have to learn about the problems Colony 4 have.
Respond in time.
Yeah, if this carries on, the wounded will just keep piling up higher and higher.
And it's faster to just skip through that dialogue instead of skip. At least for me, with loading times, I've found.
I think we need to discuss this.
We can actually just discuss it before it pops up, so we can just mash A. Now this is a personal preference, but I found it faster to
Galgul's men.
skip travel over here and walk than run from Colony 4. But really, it feels like 6 and 2 freeze.
Smarts! Whoa, check this place out.
Yes, I do. I do have a lot of fun with this game. That's why I'm speedrunning it. I think casually I was about 5 hours in by this point. So yeah, we've cut a lot of time from casual.
Ethel?
So I was just exploring everything.
Oh,
And I couldn't just kill every boss in one shot. So Ethel has joined the party temporarily.
Rising from the container. That's our drop point.
So now we go through the little passage that would lead to the Machina village.
Another step forward.
Alright, thank you. Thank you very much.
Wait,
I mean, we'll be skipping every cutscene, so... But yeah, there will be spoilers and locations and general plot.
Quick!
Yeah, thank you for the good luck.
Phew.
Have a good Sunday.
I really hope we find some medical supplies.
I'll need a hand here.
So now we can skip to the Colony 4 checkpoint. We don't have to walk to anywhere. We can't skip into Colony 4, but we can skip to the checkpoint and right into the cutscene trigger. Which saves us quite a bit of time from my old route.
Okay, all the little jobs are done. Time to take the baths? You bet.
Gotta rest at the barracks first, keep forgetting that. I've put practice in, I swear.
Do with some food.
Time to make tracks then. Yep, we got places we need to be.
So we're just gonna let Ethel and Borealis know we're leaving. We gotta go say bye, Ethel. That's why the split's called that.
This piranha, is it silver coats?
Yeah. Even a dirt rag, it's still Ethel's partner, I bet.
I have to ask before you go.
See, that saved quite a bit of time. So that saved about 17 seconds in total.
Check out what it bombed.
So now we're out of the desert.
Thank the flame, I'll finally be free of this eagle's wilderness.
Oh, hey, I just realized I left something back at 4, so... Ah, gotcha.
Never seen this place before.
Now we're in a little grass when we're doing a robot buddy arc. Got quite a long walk ahead of us though. And it's not really anything we can do in the meantime. Guess we'll never be coming back to this area in the run. We just want to get through as fast as possible. Alright, I can explain that. Sometimes groups of enemies will be fighting each other in this game. If you get close, you can pick a side to help out for rewards. But that's slow, so we're never going to do that. Because you don't have to. We can just always not pick a side. And again, that landmark is behind us. I'll go past these capybara looking things. They're very cute though. Now we could have swam across the lake obviously, but swimming is slower than walking.
Starting to get real hungry now.
Same here. I could eat a triple helping of Manana's cooking right about now.
Hasn't even been an hour, guys. What the hell? Why are you all so hungry? Now this next bit is a bit interesting because we have 3 objectives we need to get to. If you do them in any order.
A rare thing?
And I think I found a pretty good order.
It's another thing to see it for yourself.
And again, this landmark right by where you discover it, so it's not too useful.
Topographical info updated.
But it will be useful later.
Elsie's spout is just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Hop, jump, skip.
Senna can climb this, but me, hard pass.
So yeah, we've had to beat up a small child and his robot friends. But he has no problems against it because it means his robots aren't as good as he thought they were. So now we have to help him make a new robot friend.
Using that device should allow us to proceed.
I'm skipping out some details, but that's the long and short of it.
Oh, did you see that?
And we'll be keeping Valdi in the party for a while because... well, honestly, there's no point swapping him out, because... by the time we get another hero that replaces him, there's not really any fights.
Right up ahead.
I think there's like one.
Nice hall where we fought before. You're a bit too enthusiastic about this. Didn't that one come from your place? Yeah.
Go to the viaduct.
Little elbow grease, huh? I think I get how Valdi feels.
Now, we could also skip travel over there, but that's a bit slower for this one. Because we're doing this, then that. If we were doing that one, then the other one would be faster, but... we're not doing that for one slightly important reason.
That noise. I think there's a Levinus nearby.
I'd recognize that engine sound anywhere. It's an Equities. Ah!
Now make this quick! We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
Sure I did, Senna. You look great.
There, we've got the part. Now we're just going to go over here to pick up the third part. You know, it's a very bog standard. This would be the same thing you do normally.
Where did we end up now? Look, here it is.
What is
And that's the third. Now, normally, we could skip travel back to the Sprout to mechanic to fix it, but we're not going to do that yet.
That should do us.
Could be risky to work on it here. How about that place we were at earlier?
Instead, we're going to ignore the adventure line. We're going to go on a seemingly arbitrary detour. For one important reason. This is the closest we will be to it. And it saves us having to do a bit of extra walking. Because remember what I said about not having to escort people? So as soon as we see the landmark prompt, then we leave. Not landmark. There we go, landmark. So that'll save us some time. In a bit. In like 10 seconds.
Thanks.
I like these rainbow best time splits, they're nice. So yeah, we don't have to follow that all the way back, we can just skip up. So otherwise we would, because there's no other landmarks in the way we could have gotten. And yeah, that's almost a whole minute faster. In total, 30 seconds on the previous recording of my segment, so that's definitely saved time. So we've learned wall climbing and Valdi's joined us forever. So first thing we need to do is gather info in colony 30. But we don't have to do any quests, we just have to get the info. And it's a bit of an order we're doing this in.
Check out what I've... Anything decent in there?
Get these two. Then we run up this staircase to get one at the top here. Because for some reason, what I found is this one doesn't spawn until you've looked at it. Alright, with that done, we can now drop down here. Pick up this one. I wonder if this would be faster in a different language.
We've got what we need.
Now we don't have to discuss any of that.
Alright, time to head
We can just leave. So now, because now we can climb the mountain. We can climb up all these red vines.
Hey, get a load of this.
And yet, that just spawns right there in the middle. It's faster to just deny than try and walk around it.
Let's stay on the lookout for more walls to climb, yeah?
At least that's what I found.
So much to see, huh?
But yeah, we're back in kind of a slow story part. You know, casual, this would be where you go do a bunch of side quests. Because, you know, it's told you, hey, you could go back to Colony 9, see what's up there. And you can.
This is something.
That's how you unlock one of the how you unlock Xenon's class.
It just popped out of the ground.
It's not one we're using. You can also go get the gun class that we've been using.
This is new.
You know what Banana just told me? She said that in the night, the trees wake up and start to wander.
You know, I haven't checked, but I'm wondering if there's a unique tree monster that spawns at night around here. And that's what that's talking about. I should really check that. Because I've been avoiding guides on all the unique monsters and everything. I want to find them myself. It's a bit more fun. So another boss fight coming up.
I'll make this quick. Looking good now. I'm helping them.
Oh good, it didn't do the drill attack. That's good.
What a faff. Just one.
Because sometimes it can dig under the ground
We need to
and you can't attack it, but it didn't do that this time. It just punched us.
Climbing a bit higher up the mountain. Here's a good spot to catch our
We
breath.
have to rest here.
We could do with some food.
Okay, so we could have gone above land, but we'd be risk getting aerial bombarded, so we're going to go through the mines instead. Because the next area is Uraya, crossed with the ether mines under Colony 6. Because yeah, one thing I didn't talk about, every area in this game is a Xenoblade 1 and a Xenoblade 2 area mixed together.
Where did we end up now?
Because the last area was More Ardain and the Mechonis Hand. There's also the Desert from Torna in there as well. The first area we were in was Bionis Leg and Gormott. I think there's also a bit of that marsh from the first game that I forgot the name of.
Yeah, no chance of any Levnesses following us.
Anyway, we've got a bunch of cutscene flags here. So we've got to turn this lift on because it's too high of a drop for us to live and there's nothing we can land on.
Never seen this place before.
If I don't look at the time, I can pretend I'm doing very well.
That room's kind of suspicious, eh?
We might be able to go in from the other side.
Here's a good spot to catch our breath.
So yeah, we needed another ether cylinder to do that, but it's fine because we've got tons. In the game, you'd probably also be fine doing that because you'd just have, you know, so many just casually picking them up. And I'm pretty sure the challenge respawns, so don't worry, even if you've got 99, just pick them up.
Like this is our way down.
So this is a cutscene fight, we don't have to fight it.
It should be operable now.
So I go down this lift.
Now, we wait.
I know it looks like we're leaving our friends, but they'll just teleport to us, like all good friends do. So now Riku gets to indulge in his mineral collection hobby.
Is this like a rare thing?
There's probably an optimal order for this, but I haven't found one.
Isn't this one?
Maybe.
Between ore and a gemstone.
I think this just has come down to personal preference, which three you want to get. I mean, in what order?
Huh. Let's use this.
This is not.
I didn't realize how much fun it could be looking for ore.
Spots.
Me neither. I just wish I knew what.
This one's kind of closest to the exit, so I get this one last.
Hey, I found one!
You think we're really gonna find whatever Riku's after?
Wow, that Discord notification took a long time to pop up.
It doesn't seem like we'll find anything here. We might have to go deeper.
So yeah, now you can see bits of the proper bits of Uraya interior.
Well, this certainly opened up.
Like, this isn't a bit we were able to get to in Xenoblade 2.
Mind-blowing.
But I'm pretty sure we could see it in, like, the distance. Because I know the big theatre is on the outside of Uraya.
Whoa, got red.
So that's not it there. That's something else, obviously. I still collapsed in a bit.
Sweet, let's poke around.
That looks like
Ruins of Cebu. Just get mashed the rest.
Well rested.
So we need to cross this very narrow bridge.
Don't tell me we're crossing here.
Do you see any other way? Just try not to look down.
And once more, we can jump into a cutscene trigger. Because now we have to fight a big spider.
Quick, let's go.
So now we have Riku and Manana as heroes. Their class, I honestly do like quite a bit. It's got some useful skills, even if we're not using them.
Riku and Manana make a good pair.
Don't let Riku hear that.
So movement here is a bit tricky. Because there's lots of slopes. And we want to kind of land so that we just don't trigger the damage.
what kind of place is this?
Especially in this bit coming up.
Are they fighting each other? Rude.
Now there's another skip here called elevator skip. And let's skip an elevator. I've practiced it. I can't get it reliable, so I'm not going to do it. So if you mess it up, it's quite a big time loss. As you can see here, we're just doing little sword drops. We're gonna do a big one here. No, we're not. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna use that little rock to break the fall animation. I lied to you. Okay, so now we're being attacked by another colony. I know, it keeps happening. We don't want to fight these guys.
You itching to get wrecked?
So we're just running past all these guys. We're not going to bother fighting them.
Another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
So elevator skip lets you skip having to use this lift. Actually, that is weird, isn't it? All the characters are like British English, but all the elevators are called elevators. They're not called lifts. It's weird, isn't it?
We need to make the water veins. Gas grenades. That's hardly fair.
Seriously, who'd have thought they had anything like that?
Yeah, they even use archaic stuff like snuff. And now we take a water slide.
Never seen this place before.
Just escape all that. And we're gonna fight Jay, who is not the Joker, but he is a jester. Ooh, beautiful dive.
That gives us a little breathing time.
So we've got to fight a big turtle colony now. At this point, you would unlock the other Ouroboros forms.
Come on, Daisy!
There we go. One down. Now for the other. That's Jay down. Now the next split isn't the boss, it's just a character we meet.
The colony Lambda residential area. Do you think it's behind the waterfall?
Seems so. Let's stay alert.
So we go into Colony Lambda, we find out everyone's like knocked out. Because of whatever the hell it is Jay did. We also, flipped over their super tank mech. And then cut their clock, so yeah, they're all kind of a bit mildly annoyed. But we're going to go see Tyon's father figure in Commander Izzard. And he won't be too upset.
What are you going to do outside?
So just a quick funeral now.
Oh, Noah said he was gonna do his thing, so...
Oh good, I can take a drink.
We all
I
have
was getting thirsty.
deep within. Memories we can never erase. difficult experiences. It's just a distant dream of mine right now.
Top it up too.
But if we can just reach out to each other, even a little, we can tease out those delicate shapes. Then, with time...
About a third of the way through now.
Until one day...
No, not a quarter. But things might start speeding up now. Because in my first run, this is where I made the most mistakes. And like, trying to do things before I could, so... There's also why I've changed some of the splits. So anyway, now we're back on our quest. We're leaving Colony Lambda behind. They'll be fine. They'll flip that thing over eventually. You know, but we've... But you know, Mio still only has 3 months to live.
Yes, uni's the boss.
The upper level of the Great Falls, eh? Could we get there by clambering up Colony Lambda?
I wish you could, that'd be so much faster.
Maybe you and Senna could.
Anyway, this route, it's pretty much... There's not a whole lot different here. There's no real corners you can cut, as far as I know. So the next boss is a random dragon. Who just, I don't know, lives here for some reason. The only real point is to foreshadow a little mechanic about... Because we only were a boss once. In gameplay. But in the story we've been doing that a lot. And casually your first time through you'd probably also be using it a lot. But it has a time limit, like its own overheat, and this is just to foreshadow what would happen if you did overheat. The answer is nothing good.
I'll keep up the attack. Hear that?
So now we've got to climb all the way up there,
Can see flow of ether.
where that up to the top of that waterfall over there.
A quadrant. Look at those magnificent tusks.
There's another Titan there. I'm not sure which one that is. So obviously, you know, that's Uraya up there. I think it must be one of the smaller ones. Oh, it might be Argentum.
Let's
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Time
I don't remember what Argentum's Titan actually really looked like.
We'll have to climb up here to exit the Great Falls area.
If you're having a hard time, Mimi, I'll be more than happy to carry you.
But yeah, although we're still only about a quarter through the run, we're at about the, maybe nearing what would be the halfway point of the story.
This place not bad. Not bad at all.
Like Castle Bird Lady is halfway. Roughly. Because, like, the area after that is big and massive. So we're going to learn out that Kevis Castle, which is just over there in the distance, they have a super weapon that we're going to have to go blow up. Because they're pointing it directly at Colony 4. And, you know, that's mean. They did nothing wrong. They didn't ask for their clock to get cut in half. So we're going to go blow up that weapon just to help them. So Borealis will owe us a favour.
Should be reaching Mac the Wildwood soon.
Huh. I hear it's tough going inside. We'd best be on the lookout.
So we'll be seeing interesting things of this area later. But for now we're just going to run right the way, all the way through.
That container.
Because this area is Marachna Forest, mixed with the land of Moritha. And it's a very striking image. You know, I love modern city overtaken with vegetation. It's a very nice dystopia aesthetic I like. Not dystopia, post-apocalypse thing. You know, it's a look I'm really into. And here we have to fight this this non-binary cat in the woods now, as you do. So they brought a gun to a bow fight. And you examine the trail.
No, you know how folks are when their flame clock runs low. They'll come on us like starved beasts.
So we're just going to do a bit of a skip around here.
Turn a blind eye. That.
So we don't have to walk all the way down the staircase, we'll just, you know, fall all the way there.
By how the tracks stop here.
Nimble little so-and-so sliding down here on a rope.
I wonder if they could teach me to do that.
Past the monkey.
That. Smarts.
So we've discovered Colony Tau, and they're a very strange colony, because their flame clock is basically empty.
Yeah.
And they're all like resigned, and
Any other colony?
Agnes have basically forgotten they exist. Even their console doesn't even come by, so we're just helping them kill these monsters, and then they'll say, yeah, okay, you can kill our flame clock, I guess we're not really using it.
Make this quick.
Move as always, Noah. This is a fool. You hit first.
I'll keep up the it going, Uni.
So yeah, that's that done. And now we have Juniper. But Juniper isn't very good damage. So we're going to swap them out with Mr. Edgy Man. And we'll just skip travel back up here. We're bringing Grey instead. But Juniper has taught us how to ride ropes.
Good to add more names.
And that opens up a lot of areas. So casually you could go back to a lot of the earlier 2 zones and you'd find a lot more routes you could go.
I think we could slide.
And some treasure chests and unique monsters.
We're sliding down. Good to add more names.
Woohoo!
Juniper is slow, but I like the look. That's why I'm using it on Noah.
So, gotta do that again.
Let me check. Huh. It appears we can pass through here.
So now we have to fight a strange robot. This foreshadows in a whole big optional side quest.
Keep your attacks focused to see some relation.
We don't even have to kill it, it just leaves.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Kevez and Agnes are both fully mobilized. We'll have to pick them off one at a time.
So now we're in the forest proper.
We're sliding down!
So this gets a bit kind of boring because it's basically just a small little subplot where Lance gets angry because he thinks Manana's eaten all the food but it was stolen by Tarkins. Just a little subplot. I guess it's just a nice little breather.
Hey, do we want to rest?
But we do still have to do it. I feel like it would fit for a side quest.
Anlude meat is fucking amazing.
Guess we know what's on the menu today then.
Right, from this angle.
All set and ready to go. Too easy.
Ah, we didn't quite get it.
And that's what you get.
There we go. So we get all three in one.
Hey, should we go check? We still need a whole bunch more foodstuffs and all anyway.
So, yeah, a few of these forced gathering quests. There's only one.
I think there's more food to find over.
Oh, there's two where we can like prep in new game.
Hey, what's this food you're on about? Did you scoff it all up already?
Rest of the times we need to like actually go do it because there's cutscene flags on the items.
We've rounded up plenty of ingredients. Looks tasty.
So now they find out it was Tarkins. And they all make up. The end. Okay, so I'll explain something for later that you should keep in mind. There's a giant death plane underneath this whole area. Now, that death plane stops around about here. Oh, about there. And you can just, and there's a whole area underneath here. But if we were to drop down from this height, we would just die because it's too far. And I want you to keep that in mind. And what I said about swimming cancelling fall damage, is that will help us later.
Let's stay cautious.
A great sword. Talk about
Are we getting any closer?
And we're almost at Castle Bird Lady. Oh wait, no, now I remember what that whole thing is. That's when they tell us about the super weapon. Because before now we just thought there was weird thunder going on.
be extra careful not to fall from here.
Yeah, you'd die if we fell from here. If we fell from there, we'd be fine, though.
Topographical info updated.
So just jump over the banister. See, there's lots of little movement skips like that. That are, you know, all those seconds, they add up. So it makes this an interesting game to speedrun. Because, basically, you have to get to each flag as fast as possible.
Mimi?
And that's the interesting part to me.
I'll be okay now. Look over there.
Huh. I don't think I've ever been into that room.
For Ethel's sake, we have to take care of the Annihilator. And quickly.
Even casually, I think I just forgot about it.
It's another thing to see it for yourself.
How'd you get in there anyway? Oh well. Anywho, Ethel, as it turns out, is really into this guy called Kamavi, and they both really want to kill each other in combat. Like, to the point where they'll let the other go if they think they're not at their best. Anyway, we're fighting both of them now. We're actually going to use the sword this time. No, we're not. It just didn't proc for some reason. Ah, is it not on the thing? Yeah, it's not. It's changed. That's a shame. We'll need to change that over at some point. Anyway, that's P&O Cruisers. The split is called that because I forgot which two consoles those were, and that news story was on my mind.
I don't care what this Annihilator thing is. We've got to wreck it.
Oh, believe me, we will.
Looks like a new
Actually, I'm just going to menu that now.
The time is now!
location.
Because now anytime we use that, it's not going to be a loss. I wonder how it swapped. Oh, I know how. It must have swapped because you unlock it at this point in the story. I think after Colony Lambda. So it must just put it onto your menu for you. Okay, that right, that means I can safely leave it off for the start of the speedrun. I don't have to worry about accidentally pressing it. Also means I can use Uni for that part, because I can just leave Noah on regular AoE. I don't have to worry about him accidentally using it. Anyway, it's a long way to get into the castle. We've got to go all the way around the reefs, using our new zipline skill.
This will lead us round to the back of the castle.
So our infiltration plot is to basically just sneak into a supply crate, you get brought in, and then just climb up to that big cannon, break it, and then run away. Because there's a water main that just goes right through the middle,
Sweet, let's poke
and we're going to take that out.
Nice landing.
Sadly, there's not much skips here. This whole bit will be a bit straightforward. Gotta take that zipline over there. Honestly, this whole area I don't really like very much. Like, the castle itself I like, but the whole outside area just doesn't really do it for me.
Look over there.
We're getting very close to the sword though. It's just a short walk once we're done here.
Never seen this place before.
There's no real reason why we're jumping at the end. We just get you a little bit further distance. Luckily, this is the longest platform island to go across. The two after this are much quicker.
This is something decent, right?
That's quite rare.
Now, I was debating whether it'd be faster to go over there and across, but yeah, I don't think it is, because you'd have to
Who wants to do the honors?
do 2 skip cutscenes. And you also then walk a bit of the distance you're zipping across here. So, I don't think that is faster. But I haven't timed it. I just don't see it being the case. Now, if that zipline took you over to that island, then that would be something else. Then it might legitimately be quicker.
Time to take the fight.
But it doesn't.
What kind of place is this? There's plenty of black fog. How come the annihilation thing ain't happening?
I couldn't begin to guess, but I'd say the castle has something to do with it.
Anyway, this camp we're going to ignore, which is rare, because usually when there's a camp in the main story path, it makes you sit at it. But we don't have to this time. I know, it makes sense, because like, okay, we'll rest here for nightfall and then we'll sneak in. But no, that doesn't happen. It's always worth keeping an eye on the AI pathfinding, because sometimes they do silly things like push each other off cliffs. It's part of the charm of these games.
Say, if we slid along that,
Time to take the fast way. Whoa, check this.
So we're meant to be sneaky stuff, but well, stealth is optional for this mission. How the hell did they all die? What the spark? Anyway, we've snuck inside now.
what kind of place is
No
this?
child's plan went off without a hitch.
Oops, they found us.
Alright, we can just run. There's very little combat we really have to do here. Still going to be avoiding as much as we can, though. Really, it's enemies with blue around their number. Those are the ones we want to avoid in forced combat. And sadly, those are the ones who are most likely to be in the forced combat. Because when you kill them, you get the whole defeated scene.
Whoa, check this place out.
Okay, so now we're about halfway through the castle. Yeah, once we get to that lift, we're basically home free. We've got a small little puzzle, well, like a non-puzzle.
That container. Oops.
Now, I didn't get the good cycle. We might have to forced combat here. The rest should de-aggro, but that one might stay on us. Yeah.
Quick draw! I'll keep up the attack.
Smooth as always, Noah.
Yeah, we just need to... We need to kill that one because we need to interact with this one. Same reason why we need to kill these guys.
But you're in our way.
Because this door's also interactable. And you can't sneak past them. I've tried, they will just always aggro. Stay aggro based on sight. But you can just let the party kill them while you quick dash to the door. If this robot aggroes, we will have to kill it.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I'll keep up the attack.
smooth as always, Noah.
Nothing a bit of teamwork couldn't handle.
Whatever happened to not being careless?
Because it doesn't de-aggro by from here. Alright, so that's 2 interactions done.
Follow the route above. That should get us over to the elevator.
There is, let me see. 1, 2... About 4 fights left here. No, 3. There's 3 fights. Four if we're unlucky.
Not to worry, just stick to the plan.
Looks like we might be unlucky. We need to get around this corner. Okay, we made it. That was a little unlucky. That thing used its taunt
We wait.
to force us all to draw our weapons, but we got far away enough, fast enough. So if you're really unlucky, you won't be able to get around the corner before that mechon gets there, and I'll aggro and you'll have to kill it to interact with the lift.
Better give it a good once
The
over.
maintenance hatch should be on the far side of this area.
Shall we deal with this?
Okay, so this bit's a bit weird. Because we're just going to run to the enemies we can't get past. And we'll just be waiting for everything we've aggroed here to, like, reach us. Because, yeah, we got these 2 blue Concords to see.
Great work, Senna.
Yeah, there's the other blue. That is the most annoying part.
Always cut your rest when you can.
I've been looking for a way to get through here without having to fight them. But the only other way would be fighting 3 unique monsters, which is more.
Never seen this place before.
Anyway, now we're on the outside.
Shall we deal with this?
Let's use this.
Now we're approaching the first fight where we will be using the sword to actually do damage.
Wrecking that massive thing is gonna be a job and a half.
But smash
Because it seems a bit faster than what I've done before. It's another fight against Special K.
Sorry, I can't go easy on you.
There we go, that's Special K dead again. But there's one more fight left here.
Looks like colony relations have changed.
Hey, is that?
So we've blown up the super weapon, we're going to escape through the sewage system.
That hatch should lead to a channel.
Work with me.
This is our escape route, right?
Once again, water.
Yeah. Jump in this
I know that happens too, but, you know, feathers are a bitch to dry.
Something for Van.
Whoop. Alright, there was the big spinning turbine in our plans. Oh,
I think so.
one day I will get that.
Looks like a new location.
I think that's just cycle RNG though.
Huh? Hey, did you guys hear something?
That's not though, that's skill.
The channel keeps on going.
So, we were trying to escape, but we've kind of ended up in the throne room. And now we have to deal with Melia. Yeah, she just turns invincible. But yeah, that's Castle Bird Lady done.
Time bears down on us without mercy. How should we live the days that we have left? What should we spend them on?
Now I changed my splits for the next bit because I got a bit lost.
But we cannot accept it. Not even as a last resort. After all, it was the only path that was offered to those two. We should all be free to choose our own way.
Oh, we seem to be doing quite good on our splits though.
That's why we fight.
About nearly 3 minutes ahead. If we can get a good M, then we're golden. Yeah, this is the difference level 99 makes. I think that's the last time taking a side will be in our actual path.
Is the Cadencia region. We'll be at the base of
I think.
before too long.
I mean, I've said that out loud now. We're going to run into another one immediately, aren't we?
Looks like a new location now.
Finally.
The place of hope. Like that man said.
So now we're nearly at the base of the Great Sword. It's right there.
I'm starting to get butterflies.
Something so valuable here.
Is Gray still in our party? Yeah. Yes, he is.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
So yeah, this area is so Mars. A little bit. Might also be Bionis interior, I think, with some of these plants. I don't know, I want to replay Definitive Edition. I replayed it a little bit for, no, for free coming out I played through Future Connected. I didn't bother replaying Definitive Edition, I just finished it. So Monica joins the party now, and she's okay, she's a big tank. Now the game wants us to follow Shania, but I don't want to because she smells.
Good to add more names.
So we're just gonna leave her here. I already know where we're going anyway. She'll catch up.
Monica, can I ask you something?
Just keep following.
Oh yeah, we also got cool eye patches now. Door is, yeah, door's here. So now you're already caught up and we're already gonna just leave her behind again.
What a brilliant contraption. No wonder nobody's ever found it.
You'd better save some of that surprise.
So we'll be seeing a lot of this harbour later.
This place was inside the Great Sword all along?
Save a bit of surprise, I said.
It's now at the top of the McConaughey sword. Just take a lift, skip the whole thing.
Digging up ore.
I know, I was expecting it to be a kind of dungeon as well.
Dizzy in height.
She said, save a little surprise, Uni.
Looking down makes me feel faint. My head kind of hurts. Ah, yeah. That happens when you gain altitude fast. Don't worry, it'll subside.
Alright, so that's the city there. What we've been working towards.
Okay, I'll say what everyone's thinking. This is all sparking amazing.
Now keep in mind, they've never seen any sign of civilization more than like 8 tents in a field. So this is all new to them. They also don't know where babies come from. We're going to find that out in a bit.
It's bigger than half a dozen colonies.
Are there really so many people?
Now I need to do this bit without the right stick so I can hit the split button.
Ouroboros.
I just split here just because
I'll introduce you to
I kept getting lost.
All right.
Good to add more.
Like I lost track of what events were when. Like I thought we'd go see Little Ethel now, but no, this is the viewing platform.
Now I know how you guys felt in Colony 4.
Right. At least they warmed up to us eventually. Maybe it'll be the same here.
Because, oh yeah, while Ethel is dead, turns out everyone just gets cloned when they die. So Ethel is alive again,
Good to add more names.
and we kidnapped her growth pod, so we have tiny Ethel now. When you're much later in the game, you can find a way to grow her back up to full size later.
I see some relation.
Anyway, we're off to go find out where babies come from now.
So we're born to fight. And then we die. Over and over and over.
I can hardly believe it, but it was Ethel, without a doubt.
The splits are also going to start strolling, which is fun. See, I don't think we really saved that much time on that split. I think it's just I didn't have those splits named. Anyway, now we go see some statues. And we go check in at our hotel.
Man, I think I need some time to process all this.
Yeah. Quite a weight to carry. Absorbing all this in one go.
So after this, now we've got to go find some boat keys. Because we need to get that boat working. Alright, we can't skip there yet. Whoop. We're not going to follow the adventure path, it's not leading the fastest way.
What's that?
I think we can take that elevator down to the war room.
It should be operable now.
Been a while since my last war council. Hope this isn't one of the boring ones.
So after this we can start skipping a bit of travel. Because what we need to do is we need to get 300 ether cylinders. We can only carry 99, so we have to do the actual quest. We can't pre-gather them. It sucks. Is that door? Oh, it is. Okay, before we speak to him, we'll just quickly nab this.
There's another way somewhere.
Because that'll also help us later. So yeah, he's got a boat, it's all done. He just doesn't have the car keys for it. The boat keys. Well, he doesn't have the fuel, so we need to get the fuel and then he'll give us the keys. And then we can go infiltrate Agnes Castle. It's a little prison camp. To go rescue, and I know I've said this like 3 times, go find the best character.
According to Mr. Salmon,
Because they're all the best.
Do you really think she can come up with 300 ether cylinders?
You know, I've never checked what happens if you go inside.
Check it out.
Whether that's faster or slower. I assume maybe you just have to fight something else. I really should check. But I'm making good time.
This is something decent, right?
Little mandatory snake eater segment.
Let's use this.
Get that lucky spice.
So cold. Whose bright idea was it to put a warehouse in the arse end of nowhere?
They must have wanted it somewhere that's hard to reach. Not that info didn't leak anyway.
Really, it's not even that far from the city, so it's kind of strange. That they could have just put it like maybe on the lower level and it'd be fine. I don't know. Oh, I need to sneeze. Or should I press help point? Okay, I guess it doesn't actually make a difference.
Should be done with the
So yeah, now we can already just skip right there. We don't have to walk back over. I thought that door doesn't stay open until now. Doesn't open until now, but yes, it does. See, we're all learning things today.
Job well done.
You know, you have to let him tell you job well done. Otherwise, what's the point?
Seriously? It's right there? Yeah, but there's no way to it.
So we have the boat keys, but we gotta pick up some more people before we can start our boat trip. Now this is where the run starts diverging from what other people are doing. And it's a good thing I have about 3 minutes of time saved up, because I can experiment a little. And see if we can save some time elsewhere in exchange for spending a bit more time here. Okay, now we can ride the boat.
Let's hop on the boundary.
You bet.
So yeah, this is a big moment. Like this was basically almost in the trailers. I think they edited out Agnes Castle. But yeah, this is the Ethereal Sea. Sorry, the Ethereals. The place under Alchemoth, mixed with Letharian Archipelago. And I love those two areas.
Hey, Tyon. You doing all right there?
I'm a little worn out, but you don't need to worry about me.
I mean, they have been running around for 2 hours now.
Acting alone is better for intelligence gathering and makes it easier to hide. It may have been a strategic decision.
I see some relations have changed.
So you have 2 objectives you can go to. You do have to do both of them, but you can do them in any order. We're only gonna go left first. We're gonna go over to get that lighthouse one. But before we do that, because we're in the area, we're just gonna hop out here. And pick up this landmark.
What kind of place is this?
Because we're going to need that later. And we're just picking it up now. Just so we don't have to ride back over. Now, whatever people do, is they fight. You can get to that two ways. So you can either fight through the island on the left, or, and I don't think most people know you can do this, there are zip lines on this island that lead you there. Now I find the zip lines are faster, because it's a bunch of forced fights. You do have to wait for enemies to spawn in to kill. And you also then have to fight a unique monster. This way, you can skip fighting the unique monster. You just have to do a bit more walking.
Watch your footing, guys.
And this is your chance to really see how time-wise that syncs up. If you go at Alexis Goes Moo, go watch her channel, and you can time, because she does the other route. So now we just ride some zip lines, and we're there.
Topographical info
Good
update.
thing we found this.
Like, I think most people... Like, I didn't realise this was here until I was looking around in post-game. I didn't even realise these zip lines were here. And like, people do know they're here because the one of the rare treasures is over there. But I don't think people know that zipline is there at this point in the game. I don't think people had realised. Or maybe it is just faster. And this is just me wanting to skip combat.
Watch your footing, guys.
It could be either or. But I'm just saying, this is my reason. You skip a bunch of forced combats. In exchange for more walking.
We can slide down the rope.
Or maybe people don't know about the door at the back that opens, so they think it's pointless because you would then still have to fight the unique monster.
What kind of place is this? We can get in without anyone the wiser.
Whoop.
Well, this sure was inventive.
Sneak around that one.
Looks like we can get in through here.
Quiet, Lance, we're being stealthy.
Voice down, you blithering idiot.
Make this quick.
Not a bad move.
You're doing great out there, lad.
Okay, so now we have to be careful not to aggro the unique monster. So we're just gonna use regular attacks, no big AoEs.
That's pretty much what I expected.
I'd say we were moving in sync. Right, Tile?
We do have to fight these guys though.
Nothing a bit of teamwork could stop this.
Whatever happened to not being fearless?
Come on, just kill him. Okay, there. We're done with part 1 of the boat arc.
That was over way too soon.
Hear that, Noah? Lance wants something a bit meatier.
And yeah, skipping that unique monster, that's the main reason I do that other route. Now we have to skip back here. This is the fastest way to get back onto the boat. Or maybe that's why people do the other way. It gives you a landmark that might be faster to get out of. And get over to the next island. Actually, would it? No, maybe not, because that... Yeah, that might just be 6 and 2 frees. And here we're just going to land on here.
This must be Corn Island, the place Kasame told us about.
We'll sneak around the island and head for the opposite side. That'll be where I
Now-
keep the transport.
Personally, I think this is Prison Island. But I am not sure. It's just, a lot of the way it kind of sticks out reminds me of it. So I don't know, maybe it's the remains that like popped back up after he killed Zanza. I don't know, there's no evidence. It's just another headcanon.
Ah, I can see the Belena.
Let's try to sneak in quietly. We don't want to be found by the Agnians.
We will not be doing it quietly. They will find us immediately.
Keep your attack focused.
Got it!
Fatal!
I'm done. They just despawned. You know, they saw all their big robots die, they just surrender. Almost done with the boat arc. We just have to go discuss what we found out.
Hey, can we take 5?
Better make sure we're well rested.
Now we gotta make sure we hit the right one this time,
Where should I start?
because we do have all those ones backed up. By taking that trip made me lose a bit of time on the segment. So we'll just skip over to the island camp. because that puts the boat a lot closer. Saves us some sailing time. And there's a whole colony in there. That's worth getting, and you're playing this casually. Oh yeah, that's something I didn't talk about with New Game Plus. There are 2 colonies you want to get maxed up to max affinity, and that is City and Colony Mu, because they give you the 2 speed boosts at max affinity. All the other ones you can get away with just having at like 1.
It's unlikely we'll be discovered here.
You still want them to be as high as you can though, just for extra stuff, you know? But nothing that'll make the game a lot easier. Okay, prison time. So, on New Game, when you infiltrate the prison, the first mission you'll get is a big long gathering quest. I have already gathered them on the New Game Plus file, so we'll just be able to skip that.
Better give it a good once over.
Here.
We'll have to find somewhere where the walls look thin.
Yeah, I think we're actually doing really good for time. If I can get a good M, we are really good for time.
First Keves Castle, now Agnes Castle.
Guess it had to happen eventually.
Yeah, this whole bit, it takes a long time to get through. Like, this took me, how long? Maybe like 3 hours? When I was playing it through the first time? Half of that is just how long the cutscenes are. Oh, by the way, in case people were wondering, this is Chapter 5. This is what everyone's talking about on Twitter. It's the end of this chapter.
A rare thing? We made it to morning.
Watch your footing, guys.
Over here! We just gotta commit to the motion.
Work with me.
Looks like there's no turning back after this.
Well, on we go then.
So first thing we have to do is go fight Gondor,
I can't tell from the data we've pulled.
who is a small, swearing Australian child.
So much to see,
We've
huh?
made it inside.
Now we have to find this Gondor customer.
It's probably the character of a unique design. Oh, she did the whole big evade, that's terrible. There we go. Yeah, that was bad luck. Anyway, we're in prison now. We've beaten up the toughest person.
More names.
So it's all good.
I see some relations have changed.
I'll tell you what we should all do.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to take us like over 10 minutes to get out of here now.
I see some relations have changed. Let's make the most of our break, guys.
So we have to rest in prison quite a few times. Because we need to pass 3 days in like 10 minutes.
Don't tell me we've got to listen to another tedious speech.
Patience is golden.
So we get told we have to go gather a bunch of stuff. We already have all of it, so yeah, here you go. Don't ask where we got it. So yeah, that's the benefit of a New Game Plus run. Not being able to just 1 or 2 free-shot bosses, skipping that quest.
Tyon, are you feeling unwell? Should we head back to the cell and let you rest up for a bit?
Good to add more names.
Ugh, morning assembly already. I'm afraid I'm gonna start snoring while standing up.
You've got to pay attention or they're gonna get real mad.
Good to add more names.
Snuff those guards treating us like
Alright, so this is one we have to actually do.
I know exactly how you feel. Still, for the good of the plan.
We have to go hunt and kill a big angry dog.
Good to add more names. We have to make sure we don't blow our cover while in combat.
Yeah, no incident. Got it.
Gondor and that are over there fighting, but we'll just help them out.
Make this quick!
Very attentive of you.
Yeah, we've got to interact with the track first. Now we can go.
The paw prints lead deeper into the woodland. This
Come
is
on,
only
let's
decent,
chase this thing
right?
down. Don't want it getting away.
It's more brutal than I thought.
How could they let this thing loose? Whose sick idea was this?
Can we get this landmark now? It doesn't even help if you do, actually. Because you'll still have to fight a bunch of monsters and mobs in the way.
I'll keep up the attack.
Very attentive of you.
I'll keep up the attack.
Guess that wraps up today's work.
God. If you're going to need to do that one, you can't press plus. Now, unfortunately, the Hornsby got him. He doesn't believe us. So we'd have to walk all the way back to get a new one. No, we don't.
How is this even allowed? The lost numbers lot must have to pay.
We just go here and someone gives us them.
Cool it. Just bear with it for now.
You could skip travel there, but I find the menu is a bit too slow. Alright, that's day 2. We're breaking out on day 3, so...
We make our move at 0800.
We can't afford to flub tomorrow's mission, huh? I really hope it'll all go to plan.
It has to. We'll do everything we can to make it work. Let's make the most of our break, guys.
The beds here are awful. I barely slept a wink.
Your snoring could have fooled me.
So here we are, day 3. We've got defeat 3 Clam Galafas. Whatever the hell they are.
Someone's eager.
Do we seriously have to keep doing this? We're just about ready to blow this joint.
I'm not exactly fond of it either, but we can't afford to make the job.
So we're going to do this whole trick again. Just gather them all up in one. And you don't want to do that time because they heal. So you want to be pretty good on the quick AoEs. But now the prison break has started. For real.
Alright, so now we deal with the sentries as planned.
Come on to me, and that's what you get. Yeah, we've got to make this plan a successful out.
Now this time we don't want to gather them all up. We just want 2 sets of 3.
I'm the girl with the
Because we want to do the whole get quick recharge.
But you're in our way.
too easy. Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Oh wow, maybe it will take me that long.
Outside watchtower number 1.
Gondor's joined the party.
Don't try to stop us.
All set and ready to thunder.
What I expected.
I'd say we were moving in.
We just have to kill each of these packs. And then we're home free.
Don't try to stop us.
Never a dull moment.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
All right, you there? I'm the girl with the gun. Take your killing corn and give him hell.
Oh yeah, we can actually turn interlinks on now, but... because we were being covert and not using them,
Hear that, Noah? Lance wants
but we're not going to use them yet.
Don't try to stop us.
I don't think we'll run into any.
Hey, you barely messed anything up today. Woo! That was spectacular.
Yeah, that's all of them.
I was the MVP. You were all thinking it.
Now this next bit, this is the hard bit. Not these guys.
No matter the foe, I will face them.
You're not gonna stop.
Here we go.
Not here.
That's the west gate, right?
Fight this thing.
Keep your attack focused.
I guess maybe I hit the split after this. I know, I'm sure I didn't. The only ones that matter are the first and last split. They're the only two you have to get on for the run to whole count. Okay.
Physical attacks. I need you, Mia. You won't get away.
So we're just waiting here for Eclipse Soul to end.
You won't get away.
You'll pay for that.
Come on. Just end already. Oh! Use this, just in case. Shit! Oh, that's the worst possible one. Fuck.
Is that all there is to it?
Ah, that was terrible. That's awful luck. So what happens is, she takes control
I won't hold back.
over one of your party members with Eclipse Soul.
Come on now. Just what?
Like right now, it's taking control of Noah. But because we're all in Ouroboros, nothing will happen. Because it'll just can't actually damage. You can only build up heat.
Just what?
So we gotta wait for it to end, and then we gotta cancel.
I don't think I can go much further. Just what? Just what?
Okay, come on. No, not again. Fuck. Just too slow. Come on, end already, please. God damn it! What the? I don't understand. Why is this going so poorly?
Well then, let us fight. I promise you, I won't hold back. Leave all the confusion.
We'll get you back on your
Maybe if I just do damage here, it'll end faster. Come on, please. We're having such a good run. Oh! Damn it! Come on. How? It just keeps going in on the fucking second one.
Well then, let us fight. I promise you, I won't hold back. Time to round the big gun. Let's do it, isn't it? Can't be happening. Don't think you're
Okay. I know, I'll save the talent art until it ends. That should hopefully do it. Come on, please. Okay, it's over. There we go! Okay, that's how you do that. So wait for the Eclipse Soul, then... Just gonna do it again because... It's still... She still does Eclipse Soul. Center is faster for damage. Okay, so now we just have to fight N, and N is a lot easier. We just draw Lucky 7. Come on. Okay, even with that, we were only 1 second slower. So being bad at Mio didn't lose us as much time as I thought it was fearing it might. And now we're back in prison. You know, we got captured again. Even though it looks like we won pretty easily, they like they were gonna just execute everyone we had freed, so we surrendered. Now, other people, they seem to think you need to talk to everyone, but you don't. You can just mash the gate. Now there is a very sad cutscene that happened just there. And we get put into the narration void. That's why this split is a clever Xenogears reference. Because on disc 2 of Xenogears, you basically just got stuck in a narration zone and main characters just sat on a chair in a black void narrating what was going on. There's not much to it, you just walk into the light. And you get some exposition on what N and M's whole deal was. Why did they look just like Noah and Mio? And other fun facts. It's a very slow segment, this. But hey, worst case scenario, we're about an hour and a half away.
You're just gonna abandon us?
Noah, how can you betray us like this?
But all the other bosses, none of them should give us much trouble. Because this is the point where we can just start drawing Lucky 7 to actually win bosses. think if there's anywhere that's not a good idea.
Our hopes and dreams made into a little person.
Maybe the next fight against Kay. Because there's a... No, you just do the AoE first, then you draw it.
A new one.
We've got one more of these voids to go into. Yeah.
There are 2 roads set before every individual.
So basically, in a previous life, Noah and Mio, they ran away from conflict. They went off, they had a kid. Had quite a nice life together before they died, reaching 10 years old.
Have you never prayed that time would simply stop?
How did I say 15 seconds on that? Maybe last time I pressed split at the skipping cutscene. Anywho, so we've been in prison a long time. Mio has long hair now. And we're going to fight N again. We were in prison so long, Mio grew her hair out. So that's N again. So yeah, now we're just fighting the Queen of Agnes. But not really, the fake robot queen is what we're fighting. Oh yeah, both the queens are fake robots. So, the next bit of the game is we're going to go wake up Nia, the real one. Because she's been taking a nap.
Looks like colony relations have changed.
I do have a little bit of cutscene viewing to watch.
Huh?
We'll leave Gondor in the party for now. There's no need to skip her, to flip her out with anyone yet.
Looks like colony relations have changed.
So right now we've got to go... Mio wants to show us something just under the water. And after that we have to head back up and decide whether we wanted to have short or long hair. I'll just be mashing through that, so I think I'll just be long hair. That's fine, because I like that. Although, a lot of her outfits do work best with short hair.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
to the castle. It's now they're working out what to do, because we freed all the Agnes people here from the Flame Clock. And they're all just kind of working out what to do with their lives now. Mostly they decide to just help at the city out because they don't have anything better to do.
Let's make the most of our break, guys.
Long hair. So, where we're going now is the big snowy area. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't really have anything from the Bionis Arm or Tantal, which I find a bit odd. I guess it kind of has some of the tree roots of a bit of Tantal maybe, but I don't know, it still feels like Gormott.
I think we should do whatever makes you happy, Mio.
Sweet, let's poke around.
So we get a nice little shot of the sword where basically Noah just asks, Noah got his sword from Riku, and he's kind of wondering, hey Riku, where did you get this thing? And Riku doesn't tell us. Because here's the thing, the sword this time, it's not like the Aegis or the Monado, it was a fundamental part of the universe. It's just a bunch of Nopon found a really, really sharp metal.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
Now, that metal is important. But it's not even the only sword they made because N also has one. I don't know, maybe I just missed some bit of dialogue that explains it a bit more. But anyway, Mio has found out her childhood friend is actually still alive, so we're gonna go rescue them. Because luckily it's on the way to Nia. So we don't have to go out the way or anything. First time through, this also introduces you to Ascension quests. And they up your class level. There you go from level 10 to level 20.
This is the west route, right? And you say we'll find Colony Omega here?
Yeah. The colony I was at with me Abby. Oh, I'm freezing.
Again, we just gotta rest up the camp in the way.
Better make sure we're well rested.
I'm sure if you... Let's see, I think there's like... maybe 8 rests you're forced to do. So...
The new colony
yeah, before the prison break, in canon time, that might just be like less than a week. I'm lying, it's obviously longer.
No way. It really is Colony Omega.
Okay, we have another forced fight here.
Whoa, check this place out.
This one means business.
Yeah, that's the first fight done.
Good thing we found this. Let's aim for the flame clock. We're sure to learn something there.
Whoa, visitors.
The next fight is all these guys. Just focus that guy. That was the highest. So now, everyone... Look, Moamba, he's back! And yeah, we can just swap around the party, let the AI handle Noah for a little bit. Time the AI draws the sword there. Draws sword while everyone else is arting. Come on. We'll just do this combo to end him. So that is Mobius Y. We will not be seeing a lot of him. He is the inventor of the flame clocks. So he is responsible for that.
I can't believe this is really happening.
And we'll just leave Miyabi in.
Glad we were able to save you.
Miyabi's class is like a kind of healing DPS, so it's fine to leave her in.
An ether channel.
It's not like Juniper, where they just do very poor damage and it's worth skipping them over into someone.
I want to see all the sights.
Yes, we'll leave her in for the next little boss fight, then we'll throw in
I think we're about halfway to the summit.
a different character for the rest of the game. I don't think this segment's going to be faster.
A supply drop. Rude.
Still have quite a bit to go.
Mio, are we there yet? Not long now. Hang in there.
So much to see, huh?
Alright, so turns out Nia has been sleeping in this giant castle the whole time. And guess what? We are right above the start of the game.
After another these days, and now here we are, walking through thin
We've got in a big circle.
Watch your step. It's a long way down.
Topographical info updated.
It's Midrift Gate.
At last.
So this is the Cloud Keep. It's certainly lavish.
I mean, it feels a bit empty to me, Tyon, but you do you.
Man, get a load of this place. Do you think the Queen's really here?
If you fall off, you're on your own.
You think we'll be able to meet the real queen soon?
You think...
I'm feeling kind of tense.
Not I wonder if Tora built this place.
What's the matter, Ty?
Probably got Zeke and Rex to help.
We're here.
I'm in the floor.
Okay, here we are. This is the final fight against J and K. D. Have to kill this one. Kill him with AoE. It's pretty easy here. Launch combo D into D's death. So now they fuse again. And now we just have to fight the fused one again. And really, we have done that 3 times now. He gets one new attack, which is this, but it's nothing for us now. Come on. Damn it! Okay, he's still low enough, it's fine. He's low enough, it's fine. There we go. Oh wow, that was a big time. A minute faster. But yeah, this seems like a bug, but you just have to wait for the music to finish playing. I really should have Ouroboros there, I think, to save it, but...
N and M. Another version of us.
Okay, I have about an hour left and I've finished all my drink.
The answers are within me.
Maybe I should have brought another. Nah, it's fine.
I will give them a voice.
I just might not talk for as much.
I will make him hear our truth.
But yeah, I'm surprised we got that done a whole minute faster. But anyway, Nia's awake, she's filled us all in on the plot details about what's really happening. The big bad boss, he's in the middle of the ocean, and we need to charge up our boat in order to go get him. Now in order to do that, we need to get 6 pieces of very special metal. But we don't know that yet, so we've got to do a bit more dialogue.
Behold.
No, yeah, we want to skip there. This takes us back to the city. Because that's where our boatman is. Our boat pun.
I'm just glad the people in the city made it through unscathed.
Me too. It's a huge weight off my mind.
So, he's already built the superboat. He just needs to make the engine. And luckily, some of those skip travel points we've picked up, they'll be a big help. So the first one, as it turns out, Nia was just using as a paperweight this whole time. So we just go back, ask her to pick her up, she's like, okay. And then we leave. Like, we all, like, the cast, they all think, oh, this was some travel, you knew we'd need this. And, like, you wanted us to work out that we needed it by ourselves. And she's like, yeah, let's go with that. That's piece one. So first one, right back to the start of the game. Because now we can go this way. I mean, we could at the start, but it was full of high-level enemies. And there's no location landmark back here. Otherwise we would have picked it up. But hey, since you spawn the game on that landmark, it's not really any point.
Sweet, let's poke around.
Because you wouldn't really save time, you just move the time.
The origin metal signal was coming from around here, right?
Let's sniff it out.
Let's see, K-pop core, that is... I think that's the one we actually did our saving time on.
I'll whack 'em good.
Because let's see, there's Cloud Keep, this one, Ethereal Sea, in the forest. I think the other one is... Oh yeah, the other one's by the hand. So yeah, because we got this landmark now, we don't have to sail back over here from somewhere else. We can just walk. We'll find out about how much time this saves once we're done. But I think it should be quite a bit.
Leave it to me.
That monster just dropped some coral, didn't it? Huh. Huh. Hmm.
Now, Origin is where this is going to get very spicy. Because I found some stuff last night I haven't shown anyone yet.
Signal was coming from around here.
Here we go, Origin Metal. So first, back up here. Because sadly, you cannot I checked this last night as well. I was thinking that, oh, if you get Colony Iota, you know, run past there, you'll be at this destination a lot faster, but yeah, that gate stays closed until you've done that side quest. So, yeah, just run from this side.
Better give it a good once over.
This is the reason why part of me was wondering if it would be faster to get the Mechonis fingertip, like at the start of the game. Because you can dive into the water and you're near the water cutscene trigger.
Topographical info.
And it would give you some fast skip travels closer to the readout here. But it might also make you take longer to pick up finish Ethel's hero quest because you wouldn't have gotten the 2 locations on the way there. And the adventure path says that way, but I think this way's faster.
A cave. Should we go in? Huh? This is new.
You know, I'm going to swap the hero over in the next menu because it's one I have to do anyway.
Sweet.
And I kind of want a bit of safety for the next boss.
Is this where the readout for the origin metal's coming from?
Because if we do plus, it won't put us on the right map. So this is a game of, like, hot and cold. But it's always in the same spot every time. So, yeah, you just do this one.
There were also a few Turkin feathers with the origin metal.
Okay, heroes.
I go wherever you go.
Sarah, map. Now, remember what I said about death planes? And how it like stops at the halfway point in this map? Well, as it turns out, there is one pool of water, poison, that you can swim in. And it is not covered by the death plane. Now, you might be wondering, who worked this out? It was me, I worked it out. So we just jump off the side of the building here. And look, no death plane. We're going to land in some swimmable poison. See, we're completely fine. This saves so much time compared to the old route. It's like 2 minutes. You're all very welcome. And I think this path is just a little bit quicker. Because we can't quite run over the poison, because if it gets too deep, it slows us down. And obviously, we can't just run right directly across, because we'll just take ticks of damage. And that's bad.
We're getting an origin metal readout from around this area, I think.
Let's leave no stone unturned.
So there's only 2 more pieces of metal to get after this bit. But they are behind bosses. Guess that's another bit. Now the last bit is back in Kev's castle. And I don't think there's a faster way into here. I think the gate stays closed until you're done. And there is a unique monster in the way. I say I think because after you have done it, you get a cutscene of all the gates opening.
Wait for a moment.
Make sure we don't accidentally aggro that guy. I'll open this zip line.
We're sliding down.
Yeah, you know, I don't think it's going to take 20 minutes to beat this boss.
You think we'll be able to slip through undetected?
I don't know. But we'll need to proceed with extreme caution. Watch your footing, guys.
Then again, I guess there is a whole bunch of walking to him.
I think you operate it like...
I'm always nervous about the zip lines because I'm always worried I might go a bit too far and miss. Like I might get the angle wrong. So we're in the castle, but nobody's here. Everyone's legged it.
Look at this.
See, that's what I mean. You get this bit and all the gates open up, irregardless of distance. And that makes me think that if you didn't do that, you wouldn't be able to get across.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
I mean, it's something I'd check in, like...
Going on, right?
Because I have a save file where I'm doing a New Game Plus run. Because I wanted to practice Mio a bit, but... I don't know. I'll check it out if I can be bothered. So, fun fact, while this doesn't look much like Alchemoth, it does have trace elements of it. That suggests maybe it's been retrofitted in the time. Because look over there, it's the mural of the Bionis and Mechonis. The one where the big misunderstanding of it kind of led to everyone on the getting on the wrong foot.
I'm fine. We need to go up to the throne room. Chris is waiting.
Wow. Look at this.
I first met Chris.
So, who this boss is Noah's off-seeing instructor, who taught him how to play the flute.
Now, we wait.
He's been made into Mobius.
It's another thing to see it for yourself,
Chris.
And sadly we can't just skip travel to the
Snuffers can really do
that camp we were at the start of the game. Not the start, like an hour ago. No, 2 hours ago. Can't just skip there because there's some rubble in the way.
Now, we wait.
See? And we can't get through that tiny bit of glass. So let's kill Console C.
Make this quick.
Can't let you show me up, Noah.
I'm not even sure what his weapon is. I think it's just Lanza's greatsword. Wow, that is a big time save.
Why, Chris?
Full 3 minutes. Alright. I don't remember what undo is. So yeah, Robot Nia had a robot. Makes sense Robot Melia does. Alright, after this fight we're going to have to swap Ty onto healer. Because it's reaching the point where we're going to need it. Right, that was still much faster though.
Looks like colony relations have changed.
So now we've gotten all the bits of metal. We can turn them all in and get the boat upgrade. And we can start the assault on the final dungeon.
Phew, technology sure is a...
Just gonna actually swap you over now.
Where better to monitor the battle than on healing duty?
A ship that can traverse even the Great Sea's vortex. Phew.
Because there's not going to be any fights in between now and then where we're going to need the extra damage. We'll want the slight bit of heal and support he brings.
Looks like colony relations have changed.
So we travel to here because it's closer to where we need to go. Even though we have to turn the boat around, it'll still be faster.
We're really going in here?
And now the boat has a boost! Which makes doing all the side quests in this area a lot easier. So now that we're in Origin, you're gonna see some interesting stuff. So here we are at the final dungeon. You know it's the final dungeon because everything's purple and pointy.
I'm full of beans thanks to somebody's piloting skills.
You know, Final Dungeon Xenoblade 1, purple. Final Dungeon Xenoblade 2, all sci-fi technical. Final Dungeon of Xenoblade 3, Mix of both.
Oh, you think you can take me out?
I maybe could have saved time for after that fight, but no point.
This is new.
Now, we wait.
Okay, so our first big skip is coming up here. Now, do you remember what I told you about death planes? There's another one in this room. So normally, you'd have to go all the way around, and down all there, and all the way down there. And normally, it looks like that'd be the case every time, because dropping down from anywhere there, it would just be fall down should kill you anyway. There is one bit of sticking out wall that you can land on, and you'll be so much faster.
We've been found.
But you've got to do some tricky jumps. Ah, fuck, we got dazed.
Whatever happened to not being careless?
Yeah, it's still faster though. From here. Then we jump over here. And it's just not far enough. And we gotta wait a little bit for our health to pop back up. Just again. And we're done. This is at least 2 minutes faster. Even more, well, it's about a minute faster that time. It's even faster if you don't get dazed by that bat. But that is such a big skip. And yeah, I worked that one out too. This is the first time it's being shown, as far as I know. I worked that one out because someone else worked out this next skip. Because in this next room, there's a whole big... you have to go around just to get underneath a thing because there's a lift blocking you. But they found a bit of sticking out wall geometry you can land on. And that got me thinking, hey, what if there's more of that elsewhere? And I found some. So yeah, this is the room that let me work that out. So big props to... I'm sorry I don't remember your name right now. But they worked out this little skip here. Like land on that wall. And that skip's having to do that whole room. If we're lucky, we can just avoid aggroing this spider. Yes! So there's just 1 or 2 more rooms we have to do here now. I forget, does this door automatic or... It's not. So there's not many other skips in here that I haven't shown yet.
And Agnes ones together. Snuff me.
They're on us. Orders?
They should de-aggro. Yep.
Never seen this place before.
Okay.
Is this like a rare thing? Are Gondor and Monica going to be okay?
Now I was hoping for a bit of a quick way through here, but I couldn't find one.
We need to focus on what we have to do.
Something that would let you skip having to hit that button over there. But it doesn't seem to be one.
Over there. We should be able to move ahead.
We'll find out total how much time that saves. Based on the next split, because... like, if we factor out a minute for hitting the Chris one early... well, not a minute, like 10 or 20 seconds. Although I didn't do the other room split on the last run. Okay, yeah, maybe, yeah. About a minute, minus a minute from whatever the previous segment time on this is. That'll be the time it saves, roughly, I think. Now we can just run past these guys, we don't have to fight them.
Sweet, let's poke around.
Oh wow, we're still going through these Ferronis chambers. What have we done with these?
Oh, you think you can take me out?
Oh wait, no, this is the last one.
Look at this.
Okay, we're going up to the split time now. It's looking like we've saved about 3 minutes total. So yeah, looks like that saves about a minute.
Yeah. I'll be depending on you, Lance. Right to the very end.
Probably longer. No, it probably is about a minute. Now we do unfortunately have to fight this guy. Because he gets in the way and we have to interact with that door. Now, you could wait for him to walk all the way back and just walk behind him, but that is a lot slower than just fighting him. That might work for, like, New Game, though.
I'd say we were moving in sync, right, Tyon?
This is our first time here, isn't it?
Just fly! You are! My Leo would still be with me!
So yeah, we're just going to use Origin Sword on him. Just doing a big fight of anime sword fighting. That's first part of N. Again. But N again has a second phase. It's not really that different from the first phase, he's just permanently enraged. Hey Tan, could use some healing. There we go. He's almost dead. Just waiting on the split timer. Okay, so now we are very nearly at the end. So we've saved Melia, and she's left to go sort out Kev's.
Better give it a good once over.
Now, we wait.
I'll do my best.
I'm gonna swap back to uni for this next forced fight.
Actually getting to meet both.
Because we want to be doing the arts while Noah's bringing out his sword.
Too true, Sana. Just a few months ago, it'd have been unimaginable.
We've been spotted.
It's another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
Now, what a lot of people have been talking about is, in this next room, a skip that saves you having to walk around the top. Now, I haven't found any yet, and I haven't seen anyone talk about finding any. But that's where a lot of people are hoping to find something. Unfortunately, the landmark in there is too far away from the sides, so you can't drop into it. Oh, none of these walls, these are all a different type of wall to the upper levels of Origin, so we can't find any of those sticky out bits to land on. For a while I thought maybe you could land on that from here, but I haven't been able to do it. You don't quite have enough vertical momentum.
Is this?
Wow, look at this.
So yeah, we just do this as normally right now. For the most part from here we just follow the adventure path. Because they got a bit better at like this area, the death planes are all very thorough in the next bit. That's the one I'm always scared of. Okay, this is another skip I found a while back. Just saves you from having to run around the floor. You can just jump over the top. It's very nice that they put so much collision in like areas that you think they would have thought you would never be able to get into. One of the reasons I like Monolith Soft games, they're very thorough with collision. Like if it looks like you might be able to land on something, you usually can. Okay, we're coming up to the Spooders fight. This one's just another big bunch of mobs. we want to get this up just for the next one, I think. You don't want to use Dimension Ripper. Turn off focus attacks, just for now. Oh, that's spiders. I think there's a faster way to do that. But we're going to stay in charge of Noah for the rest of the game again.
It's all riding on us.
We'll just have to live up to their expectations then.
Oh wow, we are a lot faster. Let's spark and go.
Whoa, visitors!
I mean, look, we are 13 minutes faster than we were. And guess what? Obviously, Zed's Movie Night and Giant Floating Head, they're both bosses that took me a long time. Because I didn't know the cheese yet.
Guess I'll show you what I'm all about.
We might be on track for a free 350, I think. So we have to kill that one spider. Now, if you've done uni side quests, you'll fight X here. You might be wondering who X is. X is one of the main members of Mobius. But because we haven't done that side quest and we've skipped all the cutscenes, we've never seen them. And we're never gonna see them. Until they appear as a giant floating head at the ending.
You itching to get wrecked?
Guess I'll show you what I'm all about.
Here we are at the final stretch.
This one means business.
We can just run past these guys. The two dogs up here I think we have to kill. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you think you can take me out?
Because they'll aggro us. Oh wait, we only aggroed one. Sparkin.
Spectacular.
And I was the MVP. You were all thinking it.
So, once again, Kunsel Y. You might remember him. Ah, that's the worst one for him to do. Come on. There we go. We can just get into final lucky 7. And there, that's Y done. He doesn't even get a cutscene.
This fight isn't ending anytime soon. Uni, are you feeling alright?
I'm fine, innit? You haven't chipped a nail or anything, have you?
Alright, so there's 2 bosses left. We just have to get through Zed's movie night and the giant floating heads. This has been a very good run for how cursed the start of the stream was. Like, look, it's not going to take us half an hour to get through movie night. We are getting a sub 4-hour time.
Time to change the world.
Sealing away your powers is trivial to me.
So last time here I made Lance the healer, but yeah, that's not a good idea. My thinking was he has such low damage it'd be good, but honestly, Tyon has better healer skills for me right now. Okay, we're into ice.
Let the stage of battle freeze your marrow. Accept it. Redefine it.
There's no point using Final Lucky 7 on him, because he's just immune to break right now. Okay, on to fire.
Let the stage of battle scorch your flesh.
Oh no, come on. Benson Ripper from here. Good.
I will face you.
He's not bringing the fire into this stage.
The struggle is all that you are.
Because he can do that, and that can really mess you up because it'll knock you back here. Okay, good. We're in the frost chain attacks.
I have always known just how gutless you creatures are.
This is basically a cutscene. He basically taunts the party with like images from their past, like Lance when he had a whole complex about being saved by Yorin, and Shania when she was kind of messed up with Shania. And, you know, was thinking like, oh, we're the same, and oh no, we are not the same. And Lance has got over his survivor skill. Like a good boy.
Others' ways of living anymore. I'm staying true to who I am, and that's the way it's going to be. You want to see what we can really do? Your plan's gonna be flawless.
So, I'm doing very specific things here.
I'm with you.
Here's our shot.
Because yeah, guess what? Amazing rating, it still applies here. You get a bit of extra damage. Even though he's still immuning his damage all so much. Honestly, I don't know if you can mess this up and he won't immediately go into the next one.
In your so-called revolution. I shall observe carefully what you would term your strength.
So now we just do a uni bit. And Tyon. Oh yeah, Uni had memories of being killed by D, and that kind of messed her up quite a bit. It's what her subplot's about.
You must flee for the colony.
Tyon got his mother figure killed with a bit of a dodgy strategy.
I know what I have to do. I work to better myself, so I won't make the same mistake. We are more than capable. I will dominate this one.
Oh, that's what I should have been doing.
I'm with you.
Here's our chance.
You defy me.
Again. Won't let victory slip away. No flaws in this tactic.
Here you go.
I always like I like Tyon and Uni's Ouroboros attack.
Just making sure.
I mean, Noah's is also pretty cool, but I don't like it as much.
I see. You would grow strong enough to withstand adversity.
Just one more.
Fleeting beings, what will you show me next? Come now, entertain me.
It's been fun. Noah. Mia.
So that's from before Neo had to grow her hair out. That's when Mio thought her childhood friend was dead.
We've come this far harboring everyone's hopes and dreams. And so, we would never stop now. Not when we've come so far.
We won't lose to you. We'll fight for all the people alive. Their desires must build the bridge to the future. Playtime's over. Unless you can.
Here we go. Put another buff on everyone.
I'm with you.
Here's our chance.
And there, that's it. That's probably the only chain attack we'll do.
Now for the finishing touch.
Depends on how giant floating heads go.
Sink your breathing.
Strike true! Upon this sword, I place my strength!
Might end up going Ouroboros though.
I can hardly believe that your strength has grown thus. You would usurp me, grasp the future. I cannot assent. The curtain closes.
Alright, here we go. He's actually taking full damage now. Oh, but you lose your talent gauge. Can we build it up into 5 seconds? No. That's a shame. Ah, doesn't matter. Look at how low he is. Now we need to stay on Noah for now. Oh wow, this is a really good run. Last boss. So as it turns out, what Zed and Mobius are the embodiment of desire to stay for things to stay the same. And that's why he kind of lacks motivation, because a desire doesn't have one. Like, he just sits in the movie theatre, because as long as things aren't changing, he's fine. Come on. Ooh, we got the actual combo. Look at all that damage. And we're going to leave chain attack alone. Because we'll only use that if Tyon dies and we're at the last stage. That's the first head done. So now he splits the party into Agnes and Kevis. Now to Kevis' side, we have to fight X, who we haven't seen. This is all we'll be seeing of X. Oh, it did stay. Yeah, this'll be... Damn. Okay, yeah, that's... So, yeah. Instantly forces us into a topple that we can't get out of. And that means... But Melia then punches and sends all the hero characters we haven't been recruiting to go help us.
Get a load of this.
Now, I don't know if Ethel can show up if you haven't saved her. If you haven't grown her up. I don't know.
Now is our chance. I am sending you reinforcements.
Let's find out who we're gonna get.
Everyone, lend Ouroboros your power. All is for the future connected.
Sigurd?
I pledged myself to you after all.
I'll fight with you.
I won't be defeated. Not here, not now.
Ta-da! Thanks for waiting.
This is the last mission.
The ones you get around them.
Final mission. You lot always have to make an entrance. Still, thank you.
But yeah, that makes this whole little bit here so much easier. So now we gotta do an Angus one. They fight Y.
been, and they always will be.
Now, to stamp out this evil at its source.
Forget me and you'll pay the price.
Who are you?
You owe me one, okay?
Okay, I guess he won't show up. Oh yeah, there's also a pirate captain boss.
If you think you can interfere, then you have misassessed me grossly.
Okay, I guess Ethel won't show up unless you actually save.
Now it's our time to act. You better be ready. No,
So, the NPCs that spawn up here, they are as strong as the ones you have as heroes, so they are also level 99. Here we go. Final head.
If endless despair you wish for, I will grant it to you gladly.
We gotta swap back to Noah. Just using Ouroboros. Just for a bit of wider attack range. And to immune the topples.
You're pushing yourself too hard.
I'm going in.
Where that came from?
Okay, should be popping up now. Origin Sword. This should do a bit. Oh, damn it, didn't. Oh, saving that wouldn't have helped.
This'll take it down.
Press the attack, my people. Get out of the way. This.
So I was so hyped at this moment when on my first playthrough. Because I legitimately, I had stopped expecting Melia and Nia to like be in combat. And the moment they showed up here, I knew, oh, they'll be post-game heroes. Because they've made combat outfits, they've got combat animations for them.
Witness all I am. Just a bit more. Give it everything.
Here we go. Time is coming up.
Zach, that future of despair you foretold is because we're about to change it.
Let's do it, Kaya. I'll go back to work now. Come on now. I'll stick here. Hold on a moment longer.
Coming up on time. There we go. That's time. 3 minutes 52. Alright. Whew. That was a very good run.
What power? Crazy. This is the.
Alright, I'm just gonna let the ending cutscene play out.
It's terrifying. Not knowing how tomorrow will turn out. How you will.
But still, you can't just hold it in place. If
Whew.
you did that, you'd never change. You can't change the world like that.
That's why I want to move on. We'll claim the future and shape it ourselves.
And when you cannot,
Just drop that.
what then? In that desperate moment, we'll all be there to soothe you.
Save as new times.
Is all that exists. As such, the only cure ultimate despair is total oblivion. That is the face of the world. I hate it.
Whew, okay, save split.
Hate it. This one world. I loathe it.
Oh, that was really hard. Yeah, that is such a much better time than the first run. Cut off a good 20 minutes. Really, the only split I did worse on was Mio by like 1 second. The boat arc as well a little bit.
The cries of Mobius.
And fighting Special K.
Noah.
The rest are all a lot faster. Whew, okay. That'll be it from me. I'm going to stop the recording.